As in all such cases, I think that we should establish a motive first. What did Marvel, and by extension Disney, hope to gain? Fortune and power, friend. Fortune and power. They believed that they could use the MCU as a vehicle of social change and a handy-dandy source of that sweet, sweet ESG money at the same time. After all, they were Disney. The fans would buy whatever they put out, right? As for the cause of death, well, the constant insertion of the ESG message, TM, would be a good place to start, as once you begin laying down rules about who can beat up whom and which groups can be portrayed in a certain way, or even if you can portray certain groups at all, creatively your project suffers, because the directors, writers, and actors are either walking on eggshells in the hopes of not offending anyone, and are thus unable to contribute their absolute best, or are doing a fine job of alienating your target audience by calling them whatever politically charged expletive is popular at the time. Because our film cannot possibly be bad, you, the audience, just hate women. Never mind that people bought Alita Battle Angel and Kill Bill and all those other films. And then we come to the market saturation side of things, where the law of diminishing returns lies as bare and obvious as a Twitch streamer's titties. After Endgame, Marvel drowned the market in poorly written crap, on both Disney Plus and in theaters. From WandaVision to She-Hulk and Multiverse of Madness, we got garbage pounded into our ocular cortexes like steroids into Steve Rogers, and thus audiences started to tune out, and it didn't help that to understand one show, you would have to watch all of the others. One show or movie an audience member could follow, but 10? That's a bit much, and when they were all awful, well, you know how that ended. The Marvels has had an opening weekend that was worse than Thor: The Dark World. Stew in that shit for a moment. It can be your audition to play our asterisk president, and it didn't have to be this way. Saying that the genre of comic books is played out is like saying that the genre of mythology has been all adapted to the point that no one could possibly want to see more. The genre is far from played out. There are dozens of amazing characters and storylines that we have yet to see adapted because they don't fit a certain set of ESG criteria. Or they're tied up in rights issues, and so the only comics getting adapted are the bad modern ones. And thus people are checking out in droves, and the results at the box office, well, they speak for themselves. And so, really, the culprits in this murder have been unmasked, and unlike Jeffrey Epstein, they absolutely did kill themselves. But this has been Pete, Theoretical Nerd, signing off.